Hi, everybody.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
and Banshee. Welcome to the show, everyone. Before we get too deep, I want to just say it right now. There will be no happy hour on Saturday. It's Mr. O's last day of work and his retirement day, so we'll be celebrating that day. So no happy hour, but we will be back the week following for happy hour.
And I see Divine dropped in to say hi to us.
Hey, Divine. If you want a reading, just let us know, but I thought you just came in to say hi, sweetie. Good to see you.
And Marita's here. I haven't seen Marita in a while. Hi. And everybody else. It's TFT Tarot for Today After Dark. Our Thursday night show that takes place in the evening, at least per our time.
Well, and as you know, Mr. O is retiring, and at the same time, this is going to be August is our the beginning of our 7th year as TFT.
And boy, do I have a 7-year itch.
Well, we have an itch to try some new things in the next year, particularly since Mr. O will be off. Some of it will be involving a redesign and some maybe programming available on our website as well as here on YouTube. So stay tuned for that.
And some other changes in programming. Who knows?
Divine, wish you a congratulations.
Why, thank you, Divine. Appreciate that. All right, so how about the card then?
How about it? Whoa, shoot. Okay, I'll catch up with that later. All right, I'm working on the list as I go, so forgive me. Could you put it? Oh, never mind.
Yes, I can do that.
Hi, Ari. I gotcha. No.
Stop being a martyr.
Nope.
I know. But guess what?
I only see one martyr here.
You don't get any points for
I
it.
only see one, and here, one martyr here. Yes, look to the heavens. Yes.
How about if I just turn off your mic?
That would turn off yours too, which, hey.
I'll figure it out.
Oh gosh, can you believe it? 7 days a week, 24 hours a day now with Mr. O.
You'll be
It's been an interesting 5 years since he's been working.
6.
Okay, 6. Okay, so the deck. The Season of the Witch Lammas Oracle.
Thank you, Rowie.
And Lorianne. And also
And
Divine
Marita.
Divine Wish to
And Shirley. I know I already said thanks to her. Thank you. Keep up, Banshee.
You can put that down now.
I can put you down now.
Because I already picked the card without you. Ha ha. And it is Fruit Trees. Don't miss what is right in front of you. Everything is as it should be. Fruit
What,
trees.
did you want me to show the card?
Oh my gosh. Number 22. It's going to be that kind of show, folks. All right, fruit trees are the keywords. Wisdom, spirituality, connecting with nature. Don't miss what is right in front of you. Everything is as it should be. Imagine yourself standing in front of a summer orange tree. Some of the oranges are on the highest branches, and others are hanging low, while others still are peacefully tossed along the ground. There's plenty to go around, and each orange is hanging at a height that is perfect for someone to pick and enjoy. This card has appeared to remind you that cosmic wisdom is available to everyone. You just need to know which branch is right for you. You may wish to have that bright orange at the top, but that darling is meant for another. Don't miss what is right in front of you by assuming you have to reach for the same place as someone else, or that somehow you're being overlooked in favor of another. You are experiencing what is meant for you at the right place and time. When you are connected with spirit, the noise of what others have, do, or are does not affect you. You know there is a cosmic wisdom and divine plan that was tailored specifically for you to become the person you were sent here to be. Well, that does take a lot of trust, doesn't it? Particularly if you feel you've been wrongfully passed up for something, you know? And I'm sure, you know, you're bound to feel bad. But the whole point is, you know, be here now, deal with the situation you have, you know, one way or another. Just because you were looked over, well, that doesn't mean you have to sit there and wait for another opportunity or for that position to open up again. You can change your destiny. You know, you can choose your path. And so sometimes I think we don't realize, you know, and the other thing is we see what other people have and we want it too. You know, hey, I would like to have landed on the moon, okay? I would love to have been that astronaut taking those footsteps on the moon. But you know what? I just know I wasn't meant to be there. I've never studied it, learned it, had an interest in it at the time. But boy, when I saw them walking there, I wanted to be them. So let's be realistic and let's look at what is meant for us, okay? And not regret what, you know, was never meant to be.
Right. It's kind of like that Three of Wands in a way, you know. Everyone is not meant for every opportunity, so try not to miss the ones that may be meant for you.
Hey, Kara. All right, I think we have everybody on the list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people so far, according to my count. Divine, did you want a reading or did you go back to sleep?
Well, let's get started then.
We will.
So Libra's our first reading.
And I don't have a question because
Yes.
what's going towards meat? What's coming towards me, I'm sure.
All right.
And that is your deck, of course. I will try to catch up with questions, but I may have a little catching up to do there. All right, put that away. I've got the Lustrous Lenormand by Cyril Marchetti. I'll be using. Why is that like that? Uh-oh. Oh, I know why. Yes, I know why.
So is this your reading or just 3? What do you want to do?
It's coming towards me. Let's do my reading. Okay, people who are here on Sunday and saw me in agony with my knee acting up, I'm fine today. It's getting pretty close to normal. Not quite there, but really close.
All right. What's coming towards Libra? And it's the Five of Wands, upright. So it seems like maybe there's some involvement in something that is a little bit competition, like you're busy for sure. You may be vying for something. I wonder if it could be related to, you know, the job that you interviewed for and that maybe you're hoping to get, that maybe this represents a sense of that competition, like maybe you'll be asked for another interview or somehow moving ahead in the process, or maybe it actually signifies that you're moving ahead of the possible competitors.
Well, that could be. I do know here that the 5 has a few different angles to it, and I was kind of thinking that maybe, Libra, this has to do with some constructive dialogue, you know, whether you're having it with a prospective employer or, you know, with other people around you. It just seems as though everybody is being heard, everybody is being listened to, and that there could be some constructive things that come out of the conversation. So you want to be at your best for this, and you also want to ensure that you're listening really carefully to what other people have to add to the discussion. So why is this important?
And it's the Two of Wands reversed.
Oh. Well, go ahead.
Well, the Two of Wands reversed could be indicating that we're not really ready or prepared or feel like we want to necessarily expand right now. We might be happy where we're at, or we're uncertain about chances moving ahead. So if the card is about busyness to some degree, you're welcome, Divine.
Take care.
It might indicate your own inner struggle, or subconscious or otherwise, feelings of inconfidence, or not really sure which way you want to proceed in this matter.
So it's the Two of Wands. So, oh man,
Reversed.
I am so dry.
Reversed.
Well, the Two of Wands reversed might be there because, okay, you're having this constructive dialogue, and why is it important? It's because maybe plans have been disrupted, some plans have to change, and maybe people need to chime in on this and, determine what to do now, how to move forward.
So where will this ultimately lead? And it's more wands, and it's the Three of Wands, but it's upright this time.
Wow.
And so it's kind of like what I was saying about our card for the collective. The Three of Wands could be saying that all of this ends with you finding where the opportunity really lies for you. Maybe it was something you had to kind of, work its way out, whether it was the competition thing or just sort of moving beyond the busyness aspects there. You're figuring out where your opportunity lies, and you're hoping to capitalize on it.
It's interesting with what I said so far, Libra, is that, okay, you're having this constructive dialogue, you're trying to all make your points, get your points across, listening to one another, because plans need to change. Something that was maybe going to happen or that people wanted to work together on, etc. It's not, you've got to change your plans because things got canceled or failed, and it's back to the drawing board. And that third card of where things are headed is that things are headed in a direction that maybe is kind of spontaneous in a way. You kind of just wing it, I think. You just decide to go with a spontaneous choice moving forward. Something out of the box, something out of the blue, because, what better time to try something when all else has failed, right? So just go ahead and try something new.
That's a good point. There is that real kind of interesting, spontaneous feel about the Three of Wands.
And so what do you got to lose would be my thought on that. But let's look at the Lenormand. I've been shuffling here. Aha. Okay, we have the Mountain. Ooh, and the Snake. Okay, I get this. So I would just say, don't deceive yourself into thinking this is going to be harder than it is. Everybody is probably going to work together to try to figure out what the next step is. And so I think that you might be deceived, though, in thinking this is going to be one big mess now. But I don't know that that's necessarily true.
I like that. The Snake always had that idea that, there's something that either is an intentful deception or maybe just something, a way that we deceive ourselves, and you could throw procrastination into that element too, that maybe, we're procrastinate a little bit because we sort of overestimate what that struggle or what that, movement for us might mean. So
right.
Good luck.
Good luck with that. That's what we have for you. All right, I just got to get this one question in. All right, that helped. I'll take those and I'll give them to you. Here you go. All right, we are on Grateful Zach. Grateful Zach. Zach, are you just going to post your question now? Because I didn't see it.
Look where I thought they did, actually, but let's see. Yeah, you're right. They didn't post
I
it.
know, I'm right.
Hey, Zach, if you want one, just go ahead and give us your reading or question.
And we'll hunt for more questions. Whoa, I think I've got every.
I'll give you a moment. In the meantime, I'll mention that, of course, despite happy hour, we are back on Sunday from 2 to 4 p.m., our regular live stream. So check that out if you will. We answer any and all questions as possible. Sunday morning earlier, we're in our Banshees Material Matters in the chat room, checking it out. The reading is for every sign of the zodiac and gives you a good economic broadcast for the week ahead. And Zach, where are you? Are we going to have to move on?
Maybe we'll have to move on. I don't think Zach left a question.
Yes.
All right, and maybe they're just watching today. So we'll move on to Rowie.
Hi, Rowie.
And Rowie wants to know what's coming towards me. I'll get my deck. All right. All right. Well, let's see here. I've got a fun, silly deck to try. And I want to get the booklet out because I may have a problem with something in here. So I had to bring the box out. It's called the Fortunate Frogs Tarot. It's all frogs. So you want to do my reading again? I think
Sure.
so.
Mm-hmm.
So Mr. O will be free at last. Oh, he's going to miss his coworkers. I'm sure you'll be making plans with them.
Sure, just like I did with the previous set.
Well, you have, yeah.
Oh, yeah, like once every 2 years.
Well, it's something.
Come on. Okay, whatever.
Well, what's coming towards you is the Seven of Wands reversed. Mushrooms are wands. I know I shuffled these really well. Okay, and the next card is the Six of Mushrooms, reversed as well. That's Six of Pentacles.
Oh, I thought you said mushrooms were...
Oh, I'm sorry, wands. No, they are wands.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Sorry.
And?
The Lovers, no doubt about that one.
Gross. Okay, it's not that gross.
Well, okay, so you have the Lovers here. Jeez. Six of Pentacles, or Six of Wands, Seven of Wands. Six of Wands is reversed. Seven. Okay, all right. This does tell a story. I don't know if you're going to be relating to it, but what's coming towards you? A time when you feel... Oh, go ahead.
The Bouquet and the Labyrinth, which is one of those extra cards.
Yeah, the maze. Okay. The Bouquet. Wow, this is so bizarre. This is really going to be a bizarre reading. I feel here that you feel as though you're being overwhelmed by something. You know, with the Seven of Wands reversed, that kind of indicates to me that you're feeling a sense of being overwhelmed, either with overwork or people putting pressure on you of some sort. You know, they're judging you in some way perhaps, and you just feel like you're under the gun. You don't feel like you're you have a good handle on things right now, or, you know, coming forward, what you need to know, what's coming towards you. I'll stop there with that card. I guess.
Well,
I'll
I
take
sort
it.
of see them falling in place together, and I'm wondering if maybe...
That's why we were doing my reading.
Oh, okay. I hope I can adapt to that, because I'm really getting something here. But okay, indeed, what's coming towards you is the sense of something really overwhelming, something that feels like you don't feel confident you have a choice of making a difference here, or that somehow you're not gonna have a winning hand for whatever kind of encounter this is.
I'm sorry, yeah, I laid all the cards out, but I meant to do my reading.
It's okay, let's do it.
All right, so why is that important? With the Six of Wands reversed, kind of indicate to me it's making you wonder who you can rely on. You feel as though, your, I don't know, your security or your comfort is in jeopardy because maybe you felt you had more support from people in a particular situation or circumstance than you do.
Well, with me, I'm looking at that's the reverse Six of Wands. And maybe it's important because you feel you're losing your standing, you're losing acknowledgement or recognition for whatever this is. Maybe somebody expects you to keep a cooler head or to be able to handle this overwhelming situation. And so it's important that you do that, because otherwise you may lose your standing, or you may be appearing differently to others who feel you have to be able to handle this.
Yeah, well, that could be. Like I said, I feel here that you just seem to lack the support, and you feel like you're being pressured and there's nobody there to back you up. And the Lovers indicates, you may have to make some choices or decisions here that are in your best interest. I feel here this is about you. But of course, if this is a family matter of some sort, with family or your partner, etc., you have a choice here, and maybe you do have to take other people into consideration in this choice. But you have to do what you feel is the right thing to do.
Right, I agree. Banshee kind of has a good idea here. Ultimately, where this leads is for you to make the best possible choice for yourself, Rowie. And you may have to make it realizing that a lot of people are expecting you to do this, but that doesn't mean you have to do it the way they do it. You have to do it really that fulfills yourself.
Yeah. So the Lenormand is interesting in this mix because we have the labyrinth. In a way, it's not. Labyrinths, that is the labyrinth, right? Labyrinths are a little different from mazes in a way because there's supposed to be one clear path forward, that you can't go wrong. You always wind up at the center. But mazes, of course, have a lot of twists and turns and dead ends. So I'm wondering what he really meant here when he decided to choose labyrinth this time, because he used a maze before. But that being said, I feel here there's a clear path and a choice that you need to make, that will bring you joy, that will straighten things out, at least to your satisfaction. So I think that's what it is. You have to find that clear path, make that clear choice that will return things to a joyful, comfortable situation again.
Well, another thing about a labyrinth is that in its way, it sort of creates a holding pattern where maybe a person could be caught for the purposes of reflection. Labyrinths in modern settings have prayerful intentions at certain points along the labyrinth. So this could be saying, feel like taking all the time you need to be in that moment and in that reflection, and that maybe there's a reason why you are being caught here in the space. And of course it is maybe to ultimately reflect on the joy that you need to be able to bring yourself, whether it's about making that right decision, or whether it's about getting beyond the need to feel other people's judgment or admiration before you can fulfill in something. So good luck with that.
Yes, good luck with that. That's what we have for you. All right. And Country Love is up.
All right.
Well, we got a short list tonight.
Hey, maybe that ice cream
No,
thing.
we will not be doing that. We said we weren't going to do that.
You're right. It's time to make a midnight movie.
No.
All right.
All right. I kind of like the frog deck. It's cute in its
It
own way.
is.
Sort
Yes,
of.
it is.
Maybe.
So,
All right. Country
what's-
Love is up, and they want to know right here. Hold on. Get it out for you to read. There we go. Okay. What do I want next? The deck kind of confused me at first, the frog one, because I keep thinking twigs are wands, but twigs in the deck is actually swords. So that's why I was like, shrooms? And then I remembered, oh, shrooms are wands. I know they are. I just confirmed it.
God bless you too, Rowie. Thank you.
Take care, Rowie. Good luck with that.
Okay, is that just a regular question then, or is that yours again?
I think it should be 3 cards. Let's
All right.
look at the, yeah. I mean, you know, not my reading. It's always 3 cards, pretty much. Having a problem?
So it's the reverse Six of Wands again.
Oh. Different deck.
It's the reversed Ace of Swords.
Ace of Swords, okay.
And it's the reversed Seven of Wands. So it's kind of interesting. We have the same 2 cards
The
that you
same
had.
2 cards. Wow. In a different deck. All right, let's look at the Lenormand.
Coffin.
There's some issues here suddenly, I see.
And the Bridge.
Yeah, I wonder what is happening here. So, are you worried about your connection? You said there's a distance. There definitely seems to be something here. The Six of Wands reversed is indicating, you know, what's going on with your connection is somebody is feeling unsupported here. You know, that there's, they're feeling detached or unsupported from each other. You know, I take it this is you and someone else, and I'm not liking that. What are you getting from the Six of Wands?
Yeah, I feel this way too. It just feels that someone is maybe feeling that they need more appreciation in certain ways, or that they need to be more attention. I mean, in a worst case scenario, it could be saying this is a person who is very needy. So this could be talking about, you know, either of you in the situation that maybe because of a distance factor, there is a neediness being felt by either or both of you at this time.
Well,
you know, just really, you know, not feeling your connection because of distance.
is it possible too that your connection is feeling a lack of support right now and is under some pressure in their own world? I mean, I think that could be possible too here.
And that next card maybe could be a possible reason. The Ace of Swords may indicate that they're not feeling successful with certain goals or projects, or that they feel that there are obstacles that they can't seem to really move quickly around them, that maybe things are delayed, or so they may be having some problems expressing themselves in ways that accomplish things. It's not necessarily about you, it may be about, you know, their personal goals and objectives.
Well, that's why I'm giving you 2 options here. I'm talking about you know, and the connection together, but I'm also trying to see it maybe as something going on their end that could be causing it. So as far as if it's about your connection, it may be that they're feeling just unenthusiastic or unmotivated right now to connect up for whatever reasons, whether it's because they're burdened in some other area of their life or there is some issue going on between the two of you.
I like what you said there because
I'm not done, but go ahead.
It made me realize that maybe because of the distance factor, they're feeling less inclined to try to make a stronger connection in absence of that, and so they're feeling maybe foiled by the fact that they're not doing more to create a stronger connection.
Well, the ace too could indicate to me again that they're suffering some kind of setback in their personal world that is causing them to cut this off, to kind of distance themselves at the moment. That could be possible too. And finally, when I look at the last card there, which is the Seven of Wands reversed, again, they feel either they're disadvantaged in pursuing this connection further, okay, or they feel they're really in a bad place right now. They're not in a good place, and maybe they just don't want to share that with you right now.
Yeah, I would have to agree. That sort of feels like they have a very negative view of the power situation that they either have. It could be in respect to you, like maybe they just feel like they're not able to keep up with you in some respects. But I think it's more about what's going on in their own lives that they're sort of feeling they're not handling things well enough right now.
I mean, I don't wish anything bad on them, but I would hate to see this connection you care about be disrupted, But here's the deal. I mean, I got to be blunt about the final cards here, and I don't think I need to really tell you this, country, but when you look at a bridge, right, what does a bridge do? It connects things. It connects things so you can cross over and meet each other or whatever. And then we have the coffin there. And so it almost seems like the connection is broken right now. And for whatever reasons, it seems to be cut off. And I think you were mentioning that, or that there is just this distance, but something is not quite right.
Right, and it's hard for us to say that this is permanent or only temporary. It could be just temporary. We're not really seeing a clue for sure. Banshee might differ, but it could
No, I think you're right.
It could mean, that it's the way it's going though.
Well, it's the way it looks right now. Maybe it just, there's a lot of strong energy around this right now, why the cards came out this way. But, so you might want to ask again if there still seems to be distance, if, things are going to improve. Because
sure, Lena.
Not seeing it here. Yeah, Lena, go ahead.
So I guess that's what we have for you.
Yeah, it's not happy news. I'm sorry about that, country. I don't know if you, can figure out and find out more of what's going on there. Good luck with that. All right, Shirley is up. Oops. And Shirley's question. There. 30 to 60 days. Well, I'm glad to hear it has been improving, Shirley. That's good news.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use the Unbridled Tarot.
I'll take your Lenormand.
Oh, maybe. If I can rest them from Sunny, I was trying to protect them. Here you go. The horse deck is back. Oops. One more shuffle. Well, we got the Fool reversed. Uh-oh. Two of Pentacles reversed. But guess what's back in this reading? Which one?
6.
Yes, the Six of Wands upright this time.
Sheesh.
Well, surely the next 30 to 60 days promise to be interesting. Let's get the Lenormand in the mix. Oh, I hug my cat. Oh.
The Rider and the Letter.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, it's all interesting, Shirley. Let's just put it this way. I'm going to start with the Two of Pentacles reversed, because I'm just going to say it's going to be kind of a chaotic 30 to 60 day period. You know, you're going to have a lot on your plate to manage, and sometimes it might appear overwhelming to you. Does that mean your business will improve? Maybe. I would say this, looking at the Fool reversed at the beginning, this isn't a time to try anything new. Kind of stick with the tried and true, because if you make any reckless moves, you could maybe make more chaos for yourself here. And so, you know, be aware that this is going to be kind of a really crazy period, and so trying something new might make things even more crazy for you. However, I do feel here with the Six of Wands at the end that there's a victory coming out of all of this craziness. That, you know, if you just stay the course and you try to manage things well, you should come out ahead. Your business will improve.
What are those first two? The Sun?
No, there's the, in the middle you're talking about?
What, is that the Sun or not?
Oh, no. That's the, Fool, reverse.
Okay, thanks for
I
hearing
mentioned
me.
it. It's the
I don't know
Fool
why that was so
reversed.
hard for you to figure out. And what's the second card?
The Two of Pentacles reversed.
It's almost like you didn't read them yourself.
I said I read that in the beginning, and I mentioned what
I only
they
asked you
were.
what they were, and it was like you couldn't tell me.
I didn't know what you were pointing at.
Okay.
You have a delay on the screen, and I was looking at the
Well,
screen.
the image is hard to read upside down. Okay, so it's the Fool reversed, and it's the Two of Wands reversed?
Pentacles.
Pentacles reversed. Well, in a way, it's still talking about misadventure in a way of some sort. The idea that you're not really moving in a beneficial direction, possibly. And the Two of Pentacles could be saying that this is because there are other things you need to balance in what you're doing here. That you're you may find Was there a question? What was the question?
Sure. Will my business keep improving like it has been in the next 30 to 60 days?
So I was distracted. What were you saying? Were you saying it was?
Basically, I see success because of the Six of Wands at the end.
So even with the Fool reversed and the other one?
Right, because I said things were going to be hectic and chaotic,
Okay.
which is what the Two of Pentacles
I
is.
apologize. I wasn't able to pay attention for a certain reason, and it just, I only heard the last part, so I wasn't quite
Hey,
pulling
you know
it
what?
together.
Why don't you get your bearings and maybe talk out the reading? I want to get a little more water.
Fine. Well, Banshee could be right. You know, the Fool reverse does sort of talk about activity, but activity that doesn't necessarily have a direct purpose, or it's random enough to where there could be good or bad consequences. And when you look at the Two of Pentacles, this is saying really that you're probably aware of this, but it's hard for you to put things together right now. Does this mean that things are almost so busy that you can't quite handle it? Wouldn't that be wonderful if you actually needed to hire people to help you and you were able to do that? But it's not necessarily meaning that. However, I like what Banshee says at the end because, of course, the Six of Wands does sort of feel like if there is this period of busyness and maybe uncertainty of a sort, not big uncertainty, but some uncertainty, it's all going to kind of work out. I mean, especially because you gave a really longer time span there, 30 to 60 days.
Right. And as a reminder, I just think that Fool in the beginning is about being careful not to do any kind of reckless, sudden changes or maneuvers at this time. Stay the status quo and try to manage, the work that's coming in, because it seems like you're going to be scoring a victory here. You've got the letter too in the writer, and to me that means a lot of communication with others. Things are really moving so far as communications go. So people might be contacting you, for classes and things of that nature, or surely maybe one of those jobs you've been applying for might call you back.
Well, it almost feels like with those two that maybe a lot of this is about paperwork stuff that, is a sign of business improving, that you have more paperwork to do, you have more things to file, you have more things to manage and keep track of. And so that could be considered the ultimate sign that something is improving because you are really busy on that level too. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, and did you, okay, you did cover the letter round?
I did.
Okay then, that's what we have for you. Good luck with that. All right, Marita is up and wants a general for the next 3 months. Thank you. All right. I'll get the list out there. All right. Okay. That. Yes, Sonny, you're taking up all my space again. Oh.
So Gestalt or one card per month?
I think Gestalt.
All right. And that first card is the reversed Justice.
Okay.
The Lovers is upright.
Nice.
And the Empress is reversed, so they're all major arcana.
Wow.
Kind of interesting.
All right. The Moon. Ah, and the Cross. Oi. Well, looking at these cards, I can kind of see why it is the way it is. It just seems as though the next 3 months are not going to be, how do I want to say this, very productive so far as love goes. And that 8 is Justice, right? You said that, Justice reversed. So, I feel here that there's just, there could be a number of reasons why, Lena. Either, you're not making enough room in your life to,
This is for Marita, I thought.
Oh, Marita, I'm sorry.
And
Not
it's just
Lena.
a general.
It's a general. Shoot. I'm sorry. Wow, we both screwed up on this one.
Why?
Oh, well, I mean, never mind. You screwed up on that one first. The previous one, I screwed up on this one.
Okay.
So, okay. And yeah, I posted the question right there too. General for the next 3 months. So, I think here that you're going to be focusing on finding balance in your life. I think here, it's really clear with Justice reversed and the Empress reversed that things may not feel right. Things feel out of sort. Whether it's in your internal landscape or your external one, or how they're all interacting together. I just feel here that there's a quest for balance. And the Lovers here too is speaking in terms of, making good choices for yourself, making good decisions for yourself, that will right this balance, that will make things seem harmonic again. And also so that, you won't feel like you're sputtering or that you feel blocked, that you will be finally able to move forward again.
Well, all of those cards have somewhat of a binary kind of things going on there. Justice reverse could be saying that you're feeling there's a sense of unfairness happening, or there's things happening that you feel aren't fair or are biased against you, and it's hard for you to feel where your purpose feels like. You feel like you want to make the right choice, but you sort of feel that everything is slanted a little bit. And some of that is still your need to persevere towards truth or justice that you feel. That's the Lovers in a way, despite the fact you feel things are just not working well. But you're trying to use creative powers and empathy maybe to put care where it needs to be, whether it's for yourself or other people that maybe are affected by what you're going through. But I think it's mostly this is about yourself, maybe trying to position yourself better emotionally too, in certain ways, to deal with a lot of struggle, a lot of change going on in your life.
You're welcome, country. Yeah, okay, I'm glad that you could relate to that. I wanted to give you a couple of different ways of looking at those cards.
You're welcome.
All right. So this does seem kind of tricky, Marita, in that, if you don't know what this is right now, you probably will feel it soon. It's just something feels out of balance in your life. Now, it's possible it's external sources doing this to you, and if that's the case, then you've got some choices to make here. You've got some decisions to make as to whether you're going to continue to allow them to block you from achieving, your goals. Because I look at the Lenormand here, and with the cross and the moon, it's indicating here you feel blocked and kind of remorseful about not being able to move forward on something you were hoping to achieve. And so I think you just have to do something to eliminate the imbalances or the things that are blocking that progress.
Is that the Lenormand?
Yeah.
Right. The overall situation of the 3 months is that you're going to feel the sense of imbalance and inability to make your best choices, but you still feel that there's a point in trying to make those best choices. So perseverance, the moon to me symbolically says that things wax and wane, and that maybe you have to try to put your energy where you feel it moving to the strongest point, whether that's personal or however, to try to keep moving towards what you're trying to affect in a better way.
Yeah. I think whatever this is, it's going to affect you emotionally. I think more than anything because of that cross card here.
And the moon.
Well, the moon to me is more about success in love or romance. So I look at it as success in the Lenormand. And so I feel here that you feel this lack of progress towards what you are hoping for. But don't wallow in that, just bide your time and make good choices to get yourself moving once more.
All right.
So good luck with
Marita.
that. And Aries is up.
There you are.
Yep, I knew
All
you
right.
were going to post. Yeah, you hadn't posted yet. Here you go.
You're welcome, Marita.
You're welcome, Marita.
And you too, Country Love.
Goodness, I am so dry.
I'm kind of dry myself. So I'm doing the emotional exchanges again, and once again I brought back my old Who's Going to Get Lucky. So that's 3 cards plus an additional 4th card where I quickly tell you which of the zodiac signs will get lucky this week. So check it out. That's at 7 a.m. Friday mornings. Oberon's Outlook on the emotional exchanges.
Hi, Sunny. Sunny, you shouldn't leave. Kara's next. After Aries. So, what was I going to say? I wanted to remind everybody again that there's no happy hour this week. We'll be partying and celebrating. I got Mr. O's retirement gifts all packed away already and hidden away from him. Does my mom know a guy that might possibly be a great match for me? Uh-oh. Is your mom going to matchmake you? But happy hour will have less interruptions now because we won't be working. So we should be on at our regular times unless we're doing an event somewhere on a Saturday. That would be the only reason now we would be canceling happy hour. Oh, hi, Alicia. You're a little late, but we can add you because we didn't have many people today.
And back here. All right.
All right.
Hi, Alicia.
Okay, do you see Aries' question
Yes, I
there?
do. How interesting. All right.
All right, I'm getting ready.
And you're welcome, Alicia.
Goodness, I'm gonna have to give it one more shuffle. I love these cards, but they're kind of hard to shuffle. I have to get them just, or ruffle, like I like to do. All right. This is my Bone Stone and Earth Flesh Tarot. Well, our first one is the 8 of Cups upright. The Ace of Cups is reversed. And the Magician is reversed. Oh no.
The Coffin. And the Well. I'd like to start first, please.
You can. Go ahead. All right.
Okay, I like the way you framed the question, Ari. Does my mom know a guy that might possibly be a great match for me? Your mom thinks she knows a guy that may be a great match for you. That's what I think. I think the 8 of Cups
Is that it? She's on a mission?
Yeah, she might be on a mission, but I think it's something like that. that Eight of Cups says she feels she knows somebody that will take you where you want to go. Someone that will take you, to where you want to go. That's the Eight of Cups, leaving the rest behind. That's what she thinks.
Well, she thinks you can come up with a better life for you, going forward. Finding somebody who will fit and you can ride off into the sunset together.
Right, and so that may indicate that she knows somebody that she thinks would be a match, or that she thinks she could find this match for you.
Right. So, go on, though.
But the Ace of Cups reverse says it's possibly a mixed blessing that, she may know this person, but from her perspective, is not necessarily the perspective of what would make you happy. So it's not that it's
yep.
definitely wrong. It's just that she may not be in tune with where you really want to go. So in other words, it might be an interesting couple of dates, but it may not necessarily pan out the way she might think.
I don't know. I almost feel right off the bat it might not get off to a great start, because that's an ace, right? The Ace of Cups.
Yeah,
the other thing is, I like what he said, because I was thinking also when I saw that Ace reversed, Ari, that she may think she knows, like the first card says. She wants the best for you. That Eight of Cups there. She wants you on the right path, but she may not truly be able to match what you really want deep down in your heart, And that's what I feel is here. She's not quite understanding totally what you really want in a relationship.
Now, the Magician reverse could be an either-or situation. This could be that her machinations, her plans are fraught with things that won't work out, her own desires, trying to supplant your desires, or not necessarily having what it takes to really do that. The Magician has skills and craft, and maybe this is saying that, or this could be saying that this is more also about the person she's thinking of too, that they're anything but a magician, or that they only know bad tricks. So.
Yeah, he's like taking some of the words out of my mouth here about that magician. She just doesn't. She has her own agenda in mind in this, and really not what's truly best for you. I think when it comes down to it, she may mean well. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying but she has her own ideas, and they're supplanting what's really the best for you. That's one way I wanted to look at that card, and the other way was exactly what he said, that this person may not be good for you. They may be dishonest. They may be manipulative. They may also be a little bit of a trickster in a way, not always speaking truth, okay? So I'm not sure this would work out well. And also when I look at the coffin and the well, it's kind of like...
You wish he was dead.
No!
What's a wishy well, isn't it?
It is, but
okay, I know that was being really flip.
Wells have other connotations besides that. They can be about health and well-being. They could be about just diving deeper to understand the mysteries, all of that stuff. So I think here with the well, though, basically she's not... You need to put an end to diving in that well that your mother has for you. I think that's what it is here.
I like that.
I think you need to find this without her help. She may mean well, but I don't think this, at least in this instance, if there is someone she has in mind right now, or maybe this first time around, if you're asking her, hey, do you know somebody who might want to date me? It might not work out. It might not be good for you.
It's interesting to note that the Ace of Cups is kind of like a well of its own, too.
It's a good point. Yeah, because, right. I like that.
Alrighty. Well, good luck with that.
Interesting question, Ari.
You never fail to ask interesting questions.
But immediately I saw problems here. Oh boy.
All right, so it's Kara. General reading.
Yep,
know.
absolutely.
I know. Okay, I'm going to use my Midnight Boulevard.
I'm just hearing sounds, the plane
Oh.
outside. Oh, Sonny man. Come here. Oh, if I had a napkin, I'd get that stuff off your eye. I will get it later. I will. That hug was from Kara, that headbutt. Let me give you another. That's from Kara.
The Sunny Bunny. All right, general reading for Kara. And it's the moon reversed,
Okay.
and it's the Emperor reversed.
Oh.
And it's the Knight of Swords upright.
Well, that's an interesting general combination here. And I was going to go one way, but I want to see what the Lenormand's got. Because I changed my mind when I saw the last card.
Not when it's reversed, that's for sure, Ari.
The Child. It's only when it's reversed that it's not a good sign, Ari. And closer look.
Yeah, I know you knew that.
Wow, this is going to be a tricky one. Not totally. I really feel something here when I saw those three cards come up together, Kara, and so I'm probably going to put this one right out there. Is the moon reversed indicates to me you're going to find out something, or you're going to figure out that, in some way you've got to get your act together. The multitasking, or maybe even trying to pressure or push other people to do things for you, is not going to work to your advantage. It's not going to work to your advantage. So, multitasking in particular, it seems to me that you're going to find out that maybe in some area of your life you have lost control of it or a situation. And the Knight of Swords is indicating here that it's because you are doing too much maybe, and you need to move forward on one thing at a time. This knight is, very swift and fast, but he knows where he's going, and he knows what he needs to do. He's not there trying to do a little of everything. He is focused on the main task at hand, and he's going to race to get it done. And that's really what you're going to find out here is, well, I've wasted my time on a lot of other things that I should have been focusing on and moving forward on this one thing. You still have a chance to do it.
I think the interesting thing for me is this is all pretty true here, but to me, how you may find this out, because you are finding this out, that moon reversed, and I wonder if it's not just necessarily people around you that maybe are sharing those interests or interact with you on talking about these things you're trying to do, or if it's maybe, the other crowd, the Odin and the ancestors and the spirits that are around you sometimes, Kara, that maybe they're where you're finding this out from. Not so much direct communication, but maybe little signs or symbols that they're sending you, or things you feel in your dream, or when you do something and it feels a certain way. And I think it's telling you what Banshee said, that you need to find more focus rather than leaving more unfinished things around. And the Knight of Swords could be that sign of that too, really, that you need to have a way of driving a point to its completion. And this isn't to say that you have to abandon all your other things. You have lots of stuff going on. But you need to have more of a better focus.
Control.
And control. The Knight of Swords is control too. That's
well,
very
so
good.
Is that Emperor reversed.
And so is the Emperor too. You're right.
Yeah.
And then when I look at and see how it actually ties into the Lenormand too.
Well, the Lenormand to me means to take a closer. You need to slow down. That's a child. And take a closer look at things and determine, the best way now to move forward on your singular goal. What can you let go of and cast aside so that you can focus on the most important thing and move it forward?
Right. Taking a closer look at how you can really focus by being more mindful of the steps you really need to take.
Mindfulness.
That this is not really, and that's kind of interesting, being mindful, child's play. But, sometimes children have their own wisdom that we just don't understand because it runs by their natural instinct. And so this could just be saying, too, that your own instincts really, rather than maybe listening to people or situations that, have their own ideas for you. So good luck, Kara.
Good luck with that, Kara. And area dishonesty should be a red
deal
flag.
breaker.
And that magician reversed. He's not a good character, He's manipulative, and he will do or say what he needs to kind of get his way.
So what your mom comes up with, like I said, it might be interesting just to have a casual meet. But you're pretty canny, Ari. I know that. So you'll figure out if that's, the dishonest guy or not. But maybe indulge her. Maybe she thinks she knows somebody that's nice for you.
All right, there we are with the love reading for the next 3 months. I must have just pasted her reading in there, and that's what threw me off. I know.
So is that mine then?
Yeah. Wait a minute, did we just... No, we used your deck for Kara.
Yeah.
Okay, let me get... let's use the symbolic one. Okay. Love reading for the next 3 months. All right. Boy, this came up before when I used this deck, I think, for somebody. The doorway, the Four of Cups, upright. Wow. It's funny, we have a doorway and we have a bridge. The Two of Wands upright. Everything's upright here.
Interesting. As you'll soon see.
And the Hierophant upright.
Where do you see my Lenormand?
Okay.
Masks. And the Labyrinth is
Wow.
back. The Bridge and the Labyrinth. That's so funny.
Huh. Love reading, too. Well, you may have opportunities in the next 3 months. Some door may open for you, but, Lena, you have to, kind of, how do I want to say this? I'm not saying you have to open that door, but maybe you have to be at the right door at the right time. In other words, the right place at the right time to make this happen. So, if there are opportunities to mingle with groups of people, to go to social gatherings, etc., where there might be single people, do it. Take advantage of that and see if something, pops up for you. I think the Two of Wands upright also indicates that, that there could be plans being made to, to meet afterwards. I almost think, that you could meet somebody. It's almost like you could meet somebody halfway, if you look at that picture there, right? They got like two figures up there, I think, on the bridge.
Well, I'm almost wondering if this is sort of like in the next 3 months it's a whirlwind and it ends up with something that maybe is more connecting.
Well, the Hierophant can be marriage.
The Hierophant could look at that, but you have the Four Cups and it says doorway, but the Four Cups represents the idea of opportunities or choices that maybe in a non-urgent way you can reflect upon or you can consider. The Two of Wands maybe suggests that something is pulling you in a particular direction or that there is a direction you want to explore, and this could be the process of getting to know somebody if that actually connected from there in this 3-month period. And then the Hierophant can stand for relationships that do sort of decide to make a commitment to each other in different ways.
So an opportunity could present itself. Plans might be made to connect, with that Two of Wands here. And the Hierophant, well, the Hierophant could be something more formal, but what I think it's also talking about is like that this will be a very, this will be like a very formal kind of traditional kind of way of meeting someone new. It's steeped in tradition or custom, in a way
like
I
that.
get
I think
here.
you're right about
because
that,
that's
then.
also part of the Hierophant card. And I would say this, with the Labyrinth and the Masks, I'm not completely worried about that cards. There's a little bit of an edge to them, but I would say this, that the Labyrinth and the Mask together just indicates you both really should take your time to get to know each other so that, and not put on any false fronts. You need time to make sure that each of you are being your true, authentic selves with one another. Because sometimes when we meet a new person or they meet us, they may try to appear like something they are not to impress their love interest. So that's why I'm saying here it could be confusing. That's the Labyrinth. And so take your time to really get to explore this more.
And like I said before with the Labyrinth for another reading, it represents too the moment of maybe having reflective periods where you can really consider situations that you sort of are held in a space for a moment so that you can maybe have a reflection there. And that reflection could be about your own or the other masks that are going on here too, that as people get to know each other, at first they may have certain, masks that represent social ways of being and appearing to each other. But over time and reflection, that can fall away and you can make better assessments based on truly getting to know each other. So good luck.
So, and if Mr. O is right and somebody's trying to push the relationship faster than you want it, you maybe feel comfortable going with that Hierophant card there, take your time. Just be sure you really get to know that person and you're confident about it. Hey, sometimes we can read people pretty early on and realize that they are right for us. But, seeing the mask there makes me feel you should take your time to explore this
Agreed.
further.
Good luck, Lena.
So good luck with that.
All right. And maybe we should just go ahead and close the list.
Maybe, but
Well, unless you really think somebody else is going to show up now.
maybe.
Why not? Okay, so we are on Alicia. And we just need that question.
And I don't have it. All right. So that'll be your deck. Hey, Alicia. I don't know. Did you post a question? Because I
don't
didn't.
believe they did, but let's take a look. No, I don't see it.
Okay. Yeah. We need your question, and it'll be Mr. O's deck. Where am I going to put these? And actually, I need the booklet out of this one, too.
There it is.
Okay. Ah.
Okay.
Well, that's a good question. How do you want
question.
to do that? Do you want to do 2 and 2, or?
Yeah, we could do that. 2 and 2. Should you stop trying? Hi there, Sky Blessing.
Let's add Sky Blessings. You're in time. We're a little short on people tonight, so we'll add you.
All right. So I'm going to do 2 and 2 for you. The one side will be, should you stop doing your own thing, but the other side will be, should you look for another job? And they're not necessarily the same question in a way. It still may give us ideas about either of those that another reading might not give.
Oh, thank you. Read that. I'm sorry, Sonny. All right.
All right.
Okay. Ready just about. Oh, okay.
All right, first one. Should you stop trying your own thing?
That's right.
And it's the Magician, which is upright, and the Ten of Wands reversed. Okay, that's kind of interesting, I think. What do you have?
Well, it's interesting. So basically, the way I was thinking this would go is, so should you stop doing your own thing, look for another job? Is that the way you did it, or did
Right,
you?
that's that, and then these are the other.
Okay.
Should you stop looking? Okay, so it's a closer look, and the Garden.
Stop trying their own thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Stop trying. Yes, I'm sorry. Sorry.
That's
sorry.
okay. So the Ten of Wands, and what is that first one?
The Magician.
The Magician. Wow. It's almost sounding like you might actually ease your burdens if you decided to stop trying to do your own thing, and maybe you would showcase your talents better in another job, looking for a job.
Right. It does sort of have that feel there that the Magician is saying there's a lot of energy, talent, creativity, willpower, etc. that's in and of itself. But the Ten of Wands is about a release of burdens or release of obligations, maybe giving the nod to the idea of not letting this go, whatever this thing is, because it sort of expresses the idea that you still have one or more other talents that could still be fruitful to you in, expanding employment or your job or whatever. And that's before we even get to the Lenormand.
Well, and the Lenormand is just saying, take a closer look at what's out there, okay? And what you're interested in, and maybe just start looking at jobs, if nothing else right now. Because I will say this, that this Ten of Wands, what it's saying to me is if you can find a way to release the burdens and stress and anxiety and, oh shoot, what was the first card again? Magician. And find a way to work, to work towards, getting more business for yourself in what you're doing now, then maybe you don't have to do this. But I'm really looking at this and I'm kind of feeling here that you might want to consider looking for a job.
But that's supposed to be these cards.
I understand that. That's why I'm so surprised that came up there.
Okay.
I know. And so the other thing is, so maybe we should have worded the question, should I keep doing what I'm doing or should I look for another job?
Right, I just went with what the wording was. But this card influences the first one, right? So
Yes.
how does the public influence the closer look?
Because she should go out there and look, take a closer look at what's out there. The garden is, as you know, the bigger network, right? And so she should go out there and see what's to pursue. If there's
Maybe
jobs
this is
worth
saying that
pursuing.
doing your own thing just needs to figure out how to release the burdens that you feel are there.
I can't argue with that. I
But
did give that option.
that you would still be doing your own thing, but finding ways to release that burden by taking the closer look.
Well, I think the closer look in the garden is maybe to just take a closer look at how you might be able to further, try to generate work for yourself. Okay? That maybe is why that's there. Let's look at the other
Should
one.
you look for the other job?
Don't get rid of those cards.
They're not.
Leave them. Okay.
And one is the Seven of Wands reversed, and the other is the Queen of Cups reversed. And the coffin shows up again. And the dice. Roll the dice on the coffin?
This is such an odd reading, Alicia, all the way around. I almost want to do a yes-no, but let's do this for you. I want to read this first. It seems like you may feel you're not at an advantage going out into looking for another job right now. You may feel there are some disadvantages in doing so, and you're emotionally torn by this. You may feel that, with the way your work has been going, that it is, the option you need to consider right now. I'm going to stop there before I get to the Lenormand. I'll let you do those
I
two.
like that. I think that says it pretty succinctly that there's this idea that, you feel not at your best here, and that especially pertains to the emotionality. Like the first set of cards sort of tipped over towards this question, I sort of feel those Lenormand tipped back over to the first
It's
question.
the weirdest thing.
Taking a chance on ending something.
Well,
right?
taking a chance on ending something, yes. But is it that you should end the idea of looking for work and just focus on what you're doing now? Or is it, see, that's why I'm saying it's a little bit convoluted. Or is it taking a chance on ending something now, the work that you're doing and looking for work? It's really a topsy-turvy reading.
Let's do that yes or no. Or how did you want to do that? Because it's two questions.
Okay, you think, but you don't want to do it. And so see, you are emotionally kind of torn, which does make sense for that then. I would say this. What were you going to say? I'm sorry, because he came.
Well, I was wondering that you had said before about doing a yes or no or something, but it's really more involved. What do you want to do?
I want to talk about the first one again for a moment, if you don't mind. I think here, what you have to do is look at the environment all the way around. I almost feel the key is the Lenormand in both cases, maybe. But we will do a yes/no. The key may be that you need to survey the environment. Survey the environment again in both cases. Look for work out there and see if you can find something that might make you feel better about wanting to apply for it, that it could work for you working for a company. And also at the same time, look for ways to, try to drum up business. Take a closer look at things and determine which path is really going to work for you. If you've been kind of beating your head over this for a while now, maybe then it's time to focus on the job angle and roll the dice. and roll the dice on the potential of finding something new, even if your heart isn't that much into it, and that there are disadvantages here.
Bam.
A lot of stuff to consider there, I think. But let's look at, should you look for another job? Let's do that one as a yes, no.
Okay.
Do you want me to get a deck, or do you want?
Let's you use a deck.
Okay. I'm going to grab this one. This is going to be a real quick yes, no. And even then, it might be
You're
a little
welcome.
ambiguous. No
I
guarantees. All right, Mr. O. Good luck. And it's the Hermit reversed. And what's interesting about the Hermit reversed is that the Hermit calls upon you to come out of your cave and do something. Now take action or explore things. Come back out into the world again. So is this saying to me that you should try to come back out into the world and seek a job, that might give you some stability at least for a while? It's possible that I think it's leaning that way. But either way, it's saying, you might have a little bit of an uphill battle here. If not in finding the job, and of course making it work for you in your life because of some of the things you've mentioned there.
Yeah, I can't add to that. The Hermit really is sort of talking about, realizing that change you wanted is probably not exactly now is the time for it, and that maybe you should come down from that position and rejoin the world, so to speak. So you have a lot to think about here.
Yeah. Good luck with that. I hope we didn't muddle it more for you.
I hope not either.
Wow. That was kind of crazy. All right. Well, Sky Blessings, welcome. And let's see, you want a love reading. So that would be, do you want me to use my deck or yours?
You can use it.
All
It's
right.
your turn.
I think I'm going to get the mermaid deck.
Yeah, summer is distracting, and of course we just got through a pretty bad Mercury retrograde. That can confuse anybody.
It was really a tough one for a lot of people. I mean, I complain about it all the time, but I will say this. I have never seen so many people whining about this retrograde. They were really having a rough time of it. So, even people I consider cooler heads than mine. One more shuffle.
You're welcome. See you again. Hi, Sky Blessing. I don't remember if we've read for you before. I have a feeling you're new here.
All right, we have the King of Pentacles reversed. Oh. The Five of Swords is reversed.
Oh, no.
And the Ten of Pentacles is upright. It's kind of an interesting read.
The Well has returned. And we have the Star.
The Star?
Yes.
Wow. All right, so are you looking for a relationship right now? Is it possible you've just come off of a breakup of some point? Broke up with somebody? I'm just curious here because of the way I'm looking at these cards. Because if it's not you, it could be somebody else that you might encounter. So that's why I'm kind of curious here. I would say this, the King of Pentacles reversed indicates somebody who maybe not in a really good space right now. Seems like there's a lot of disorder, disorganization in their life, some chaos. It could be because they themselves, and I almost wonder if this is somebody coming into your life, or maybe somebody in your life right now, or that you have recently broken up with. But if it's not, and if you're looking for love, this is somebody who might be coming into your life. They're not in a really good place right now, but I'm not sure if it's because they're necessarily a bad person. It may be because of a situation they were in. With the Five of Swords reversed, it indicates to me that there could have been a bitter divorce or a bitter breakup of some sort, and that there could have been, it left a mark. It left a mark on this person, and is still affecting them. So you also, of course, got to be careful that this person may be on the rebound a little bit, and they may need a little bit more time to get their act together. I'm going to wait till the last card.
Oh, good. Okay, some of these cards seem to be more about generalisms to me. Like, I think the King of Pentacles reversed is saying that maybe right now you're not having a sense of order or control in your life, and that it could be about relationships, that nothing feels incredibly stable right now for you, or that you feel something has shifted. Maybe it isn't external. Maybe it does represent the idea of someone in your relationship environment having issues with you, or moving away from you, or having issues that affect the relationship. The Five of Swords is real bad if this is happening in a relationship. It sort of feels like someone should really leave the relationship because there's the possibility of bigger trouble. I'll just say it that way. And then I look at the Ten of Pentacles, though.
Oh, you're going on. Okay, go ahead.
Well, and I did them quicker, too. And I'm looking at the Ten of Pentacles, and I'm feeling that maybe this is saying some sort of stability can arise in the situation. Hello, sweetheart. But it looks like it, to me, feels like it's after that situation. Like maybe one has to move away from the bad relationship or the situation that's causing a no-win situation, and find some sort of sense of peace or stability with family, or what you call family.
Well, so just to drive him crazier, just to recap a little bit, I'm going back to the person I feel here. Could be an earth sign, could be somebody who right now is just not very grounded and has come out of a difficult relationship or a divorce. And I feel here that they could, given time, this could stabilize. This person could be better. So I think here that if you're looking for somebody, this person may turn out to be pretty grounded and stable and secure once they get over what they've been through. I think that Five of Swords just indicates that there's been a lot of difficulty here. So I almost feel like this is a new relationship, not an existing one. But if it is an existing one and you've been experiencing difficulties with someone like this, it could stabilize potentially. I know the Five is a tricky card, but if you both look at what you want to build together, you could get through this. So I wanted to kind of give both perspectives there on that. Looking at the Star in the Well kind of says something similar to me. Sometimes we have to really look deeply to see the hope and the light that's in a situation. Maybe this is saying that, even though the well waters look dark, there is a light to be had in the situation here. If you want to stick with it.
So the tarot cards could represent a situation that stabilized after somebody realized they couldn't control it and they needed to get away from it, or that they just weren't going to win that. And then the Lenormand kind of represent that too, that maybe hope or destiny appears or comes when we're able to have the ability to imagine something better or to see the possibility of things getting better at some point. The promise of change just needs to be kept in mind.
I feel that there's just some glimmer of hope here. And it's hard for me to say that because whenever personally I get the Five of Swords in a reading, it's just not a healthy card, especially in relationship readings. So to say the least, if this is an existing relationship... What?
Where are we?
Oh.
Where are we?
I don't know.
Are you looking at the picture?
I see...
There's no camera showing.
Oh. I'm sorry, I can't believe that happened again.
Well, I can't believe that you didn't notice it. That's okay, they can still hear us, so I'll figure it out.
Yeah, you guys can hear us, so we're just going to keep going. So we don't want to mess with anything and lose our stream. That would be terrible. So I would just say this, Sky Blessings, that whether it's an existing relationship or a new relationship, sometimes you have to look below the surface of things and realize that maybe there is something still there. When you have the Ten of Pentacles upright in a reading and the Star in the Lenormand, I believe there's hope.
Right. Although we ghosted you, apparently, we do feel something hopeful could ultimately work out. It mostly seems like you have to put yourself in a stabler situation from something that maybe is a bad relationship or bad emotional.
I hope this made sense. And sorry about the lack of camera here. I don't know what happened, my goodness. But at least we're still live, right? So...
Yeah, we are.
Here we are. You can't see us, but we're still here. Want to thank everybody for coming to the show today. We're going to get out now because obviously something's going wrong with the equipment. You'd think Mercury was still retrograde. So everybody take care. Remember, there'll be no happy hour on Saturday. Thank you for coming, Sky Blessings, Intuitive Cards. We hope we see you again. And we hope to see everybody real soon. Take care, and bye for now.
Bye-bye.